Okay, here with Ivan, talking about attitude and feelings. So, when old habits come back, old mental habits come back, um, that's normal. That happens for myself as a practitioner. That happens for Dhammarado. That happens for all these ajahns. Uh, so in that way, we can say, oh, well, that's not really a big problem for old mental habits come back. Uh, when we get in dukkha is because we let those formations follow around, take control of us, tell us how to feel and what to do.
Yeah.
So we have the, if we have the old mental habit, oh, I'd really like a cigarette right now. That's just an old thought pattern, especially for one who has smoked cigarettes before. Even if they've quit and they've not smoked any for 10 years, they may still have the thought, oh, I'd love to have a cigarette right now. The practice is to remember we don't really need that to be satisfied and to be at peace and to be happy, and to keep reminding ourselves that.
Yeah.
Same is true with any mental habits that come up. And then the same thing is true with feelings too.
Yeah.
We're conditioned to, in a way, bring up old thought patterns whenever we feel a certain way. If you feel cold, you have the old habit of putting a jacket on. We can see, though, that uh, mental habit isn't necessarily a bad thing. We don't need to judge it.
Yeah.
It was just operating procedures.
No, that's true.
But a clear mind, a mind that is awake, can see, oh, yeah, it's cold. Can be happy putting the jacket on, can be happy without the jacket too. If there's no jacket to put on, that's okay. There's also, this is also where we can really use creativity. This isn't an aesthetic practice of, uh, if you feel cold, don't warm yourself up. That's not what's being taught here. This isn't a practice of, if you feel uncomfortable, just sit with the discomfort until it goes away. Now, you can do that. One can practice that way and have fun practicing that way, but it's not a prerequisite or a necessity to practice in that way.
Yeah.
Really,
Yes.
the way to practice is to just have fun. Have fun making friends. Here in Kopangan, it's been cold the last few nights. It may have been chilly where you're at as well, yeah?
Yeah, same.
And so yeah, the normal reaction, the old thought pattern is, oh, it's cold and I don't like that it's cold. But some people, they'll pay a lot of money to go sit in an ice bath.
Yeah.
Or they'll pay a lot of money to go snowboarding or skiing on a mountaintop. You know, people will go after these experiences of being cold. And we can adopt that same sort of attitude when it's cold. Oh, this is nice. Just like a ice bath at a spa. Just like skiing down the mountaintop. It's a little cold. That's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have thoughts that will make us feel a certain way too. We'll have thoughts that make us feel hot-headed, thoughts of anger, thoughts of revenge.
I agree.
There can indeed be a feeling of warmth just from having these kinds of thoughts. So the same thing, same practice can be used there. Like, oh yeah, this is a hot thought. That's okay.
Mm.
We don't have to let it burn us.
Does this my mind sometimes it wanna it wants to track progress. It's just a very old way of like looking at things, and it kind of wants to see that is this this new way of me living life through the eyes of the Dharma. Does it give me the long-term satisfaction that I'm looking for?
Well,
And
stop looking for long-term satisfaction.
I agree.
Not selling that here. Because guess what? You're gonna die someday.
Yeah, can you elaborate on that? Because I understand what you're saying,
Instead
but
of uh, instead of looking at long term as in this whole rest of the week or this whole rest of the month or this whole rest of my life, we can instead make the moments that we're in longer.
That makes sense.
You know, if you want to live a long, happy, satisfied life, be here now. And you'll see this life is full of Dhamma, full of friends to be made. It really is a paradise.
You know, when you said for friends to be made, I was thinking like all the sensation that I'm experiencing, all
Yeah,
mental
all
habits
these
is
sensations, all
friends.
these thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're really here with it, what's really happening, there's a lot being experienced that we're often ignoring. And if we pay attention to what we're experiencing, what the mind is doing, how the body feels, one day for one who practices is like a month worth of information for one who doesn't, or maybe even a year.
Can you
I remember telling Gamarado once, life is short. He said, no, life is long, filled with many mind moments. And this is a more wholesome perspective.
can you can you elaborate on the well when you said be here now and you said there's a lot of experiencing we are ignoring. Can you give some example?
Well, let's just say that we're often distracted by thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past, thoughts of, I want it to be different than how it is.
Yeah.
And it's okay for those thoughts to come up, but when we allow those thoughts to command our attention, they're leading us straight into dukkha.
It's almost interesting, you know, how backward it is. Like I want to say the old way of me doing, but sometimes still happen, especially past few days. Well, basically, you know, the thoughts comes up, and it's like very subconscious saying, "Hey, if you follow this thought, there will be dukkha, but at least there's less dukkha than what is currently happening." You know, like yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to follow any thought.
it's empty, right?
Well, the wholesome thoughts are the ones that say, don't have to go anywhere, don't have to do anything. Everything is okay right now. Yeah, it's normal for people to look for something to follow, a path to follow, a leader to follow, a god, a parent to follow, a thought to follow. But we don't have to do that.
It's interesting how we do that because the uncertainty can be really overwhelming, right?
No. The uncertainty is what's comforting, actually.
Yeah, I haven't got used of that.
Yeah, it's like being in an ice bath. You haven't got used to it yet, but it's nice if you practice enjoying it.
I remember well, a few weeks ago, I said to Dhamma, I can't believe it's that easy. It's so easy that it's scary. The uncertainty that follow it, but at the time it was still okay. It's not that bad. And Dhamma will say, yeah, because he's like, you're going downhill, like there's no training wheel on the bike and
Sure.
everything. Yeah, just going, and it is. He say, and then he say it is easy. Let's just say I kind of. Yeah, I don't know. This uncertainty kind of gets stronger. Um, how do one get used to it? I guess it's funny. Even the question I'm asking you right now is almost like I'm trying to intellectualize it. It's like I'm asking you to give me a roadmap so I can be certain. But there was no roadmap, and that's the frustrating thing, Mikey. I was yeah, I don't know, just
Well, I mean, I mean, people will trick themselves into thinking that they're certain about something. And the truth is that we're always uncertain. Sometimes we lie to ourselves and say like, no, I know this is true. Or we'll lie to others and say,
yeah.
a typical one, especially when talking with the boss, is, yeah, I know how to do that.
No, that's true.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, we may have done that 100 or 1,000 times before, whatever the task may be, but something new may come up. Um, some tool we were using may break. There's all of these variables that can change things, and then we recognize that, oh, maybe I don't fully know how to do this or handle that. One time I gave the analogy of, you may predict how an election goes, or you may predict
That's a
which
funny
team
one.
is going to win the game, you know. And there are some people who get really good at this, making predictions,
Yeah.
but it's not like they know the full breadth of what's going to happen. They don't
Mm.
know how the win is going to play out, who's going to pass the ball to who, how many goals are going to be scored, how many fans are going to be in the stadium. There's all of these things that still remain uncertain, to where when we really look at it, anyone who says that they know the future, that they can see the future, they're not really seeing it.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
They're really just getting lucky.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the same thing happens with ourselves and our own minds. We trick ourselves into thinking that we're certain about the way to do things. I know how to get home from here. No, you don't. That way that you usually go home may be blocked off today.
Yeah. You know, it's a bit unrelated, but kind of reminds me why I love hiking. Because even though the path is predictable, you never know what's going to happen. And it's totally okay because it's not personal, because it's just nature. And there's something very freeing about not caring how it will go. But then the question then is, why do I take, why was I able to take nature not personally and things in my life personally? That's like, it's funny. And why can't I
Well,
just be okay?
you can start seeing things in your life as also being nature.
Yeah. 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 It's this, Dhamma always say, you can handle this. You got this wire. I got this wire. I guess he's pointing to no matter what happens, right? Like, it's not about, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm saying that, I still have this very old condition when I say I can do this. What I'm really saying is I can do this as long as it goes this way.
Sure,
As
yeah.
long, yeah, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I can handle this as long as it's easy. So take it easy. Make it easy for yourself by being comfortable with what it is, making the body comfortable, making the mind comfortable, having nurturing, soothing thoughts. You don't have to trick yourself into it being easy. Make it easy. Take it easy.
You know, I woke up this morning feeling a lot of this anxiety and all this sort of thing, and I, the mind spinning, trying to say, okay, how can I handle this? How can I handle that? But then I realized it's not helping, and then at some point to say, I don't have to do any of that. Like, it's totally fine. It's not important. I mean, it's not really true. It's kind of important, but I said it either way, and then it suddenly just stopped. It just quiets down, and it's like, yeah, yeah, it's okay. So I guess there's some tricking there. I don't know. Uh, but I definitely was taking it easy on myself just now. It's like, yeah, it's okay. And it's okay. It does feel, well, yeah, I know I'm there's some judging saying wow, this thing really does come back. So I get it. I have this perfectionist mind state sometimes, like thinking that he will never come back, but it does come back, and I can be okay with it. Can be nurturing. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I think that's the tricky part.
Yeah, there's no need to get frustrated or upset when old habits come back. In fact, when we get frustrated or upset, that's letting those old habits take control again. They're basically like trolls, and you're letting them troll you.
That's really well said. Yeah. Just now you mentioned it's not about sitting with uncomfortable feeling, even though one can do that happily. It's about making wholesome change. I'm just gonna speak out loud. You help me to, I don't know, just I heard someone said, the most difficult thing to, I'm paraphrasing, like to just do nothing. So, there's a bad feeling, not doing anything is actually the best way, but it is really difficult. And I guess because I hear that, I have this thought of just not doing anything, and let it go away. But it's really difficult. I don't think that's, I don't know. I don't think that's helpful. I wonder if, because to me that's not taking it easy on myself. I guess, to summarize it, I don't think that's taking it easy on us, because to me that's really taking it really hard, because not doing anything is, it feels really heavy. In fact, it kind of makes me worse. A wholesome change to me would be, actually, it's kind of doing nothing, but it's just more like talking nicely to myself, I guess. I can't just do nothing. It's I'm setting myself up for failure. I'm basically letting those troll me. Um, I'm not at that
Another
level.
way you could say it is don't need to do that.
Don't need to
Whatever
do
it is.
bad.
No, don't need to do that.
Oh,
THAT.
yeah,
Whatever it
yeah.
is comes up in the mind, whether it's, oh, I need to go here, I need to do this, or I need to do that, and just say, don't need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this very wholesome attitude. Um, cause I'm just imagining right now, like what I experiencing last night. If I hear your voice, don't need to do that. Uh, I'm. It would be so much easier. I just, yeah, I don't really have that wholesome attitude sometimes when it happens. And that's why I
Well,
spiral.
see, you have it right now.
Yeah, I have it right now. I know.
Yeah, don't don't worry so much about how things were last night even.
Yeah, it's not important. It's past, right?
Still tracking progress, eh?
Yeah.
Don't need to do that.
Let's just say that tracking quote-unquote tracking progress habits because it kind of falls back to the same thing. It's just certainty, and that's basically the rule of it, Mikey.
Well, here's some certainty for you. You can say, I'm certain that things are uncertain.
Yeah, it's gonna take some
Rest in the certainty of that.
Man, I wish.
You don't have to wish, just say it. Just think it.
Yeah, certain things are not certain. When I said that immediately, my shoulder over here, there's some soreness. It happens lately every time when there's this uncomfortable sensation, and then the first thing is like this shoulder start building up this soreness.
Yeah, so rub the shoulder. Keep the shoulder comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, feels good. Roll the shoulder around. Yeah. There's just another thing to nurture. Another friend to make. Make friends with the shoulder.
Sometimes I wonder has it always been here? Because if I'm being honest, ever since I start practicing Dhamma and this wholesome attitude, and it helps me a lot, but I guess it was around the same time frame where I start to feel this body.
You make a good point that the shoulders get sore before they feel sore.
I see. Oh, yeah.
There's strain put on the muscles by the neck and the head. And the way the body is positioned. The strain happens first, and then the sore feeling comes about later.
That's a good point. Yeah. Like I would never know, but there's a huge possibility it has always been there, but I just feeling it more because being more aware.
Paying attention, sure.
Yeah. Then this kind of goes back to the breathing, right? Just feeling and then just breathing right here, right now. Just, yeah. Wow, I can feel that wholesome change so quickly. Just throwing it all away. Ironically, the biggest progress is to throw away the tracking of progress.
Yeah, when we're tracking progress, that's keeping us from looking at what's going on right now.
Oh, you're right. Man, sorry. It's so quick, like I'm here for a few seconds and then that uncertainty comes back. Oh no, I have to be certain. Like, oh my God, like, shut up.
Yeah, we can say shut up in a wholesome, happy way. It's okay to laugh at ourselves. Oh, shut your yapping, will ya?
That makes sense. Wow.
We're having fun here. Just taking it easy.
Yeah. Can feel that fire alarm inside me going crazy. It's like, it's like, nope. But I can, it's like,
Yeah, we can have fun with the fire alarm too. Say, oh, I hear that.
yeah, I see you. Oh,
I remember being in school, and when the fire alarm would go off, the more playful kids would dance around to the fire alarm.
I can, I can totally see that happening. Some kids are just so. I mean, they can have fun in the most, like, at least from an adult,
Yeah.
like, we just like, why are you having fun? But they really are having, and it's kind of inspiring. Like, how do you do that? Like, I mean, that's almost so amusing, aspiring, and just this freedom. It's just so freeing. Like,
Hmm.
it's just,
Yeah, so just practice reminding yourself that you're free. You're free to have fun. You're free to make friends, free to enjoy life, free to be comfortable. Free to be like a child, just having fun, enjoying right now.
yeah, yeah. We'll do. Yeah, yeah. It's this balance I'm trying to play with. Yeah, just keep making it easy. Some days it's really easy. Sometimes it hits me like a wave. Like, what's happening? And then that's where I really have to really remember, like, really try to, like, everything's okay, everything's okay. Like, that's when that practice really needs to really start to play with, I guess. Damn, is wow.
When we
I,
practice over and over again, it becomes
yeah,
natural.
yeah.
Very easy to do.
I catch myself just now, like, this fear come out, like trying to scream and shout. It's like, yeah, I have to know when that hard day is coming so I can be ready. It's like, well, what do you? It's like, wow. I mean, I start to see it so quickly. This thing is incessant. It's
Can just enjoy the weather right now.
yeah. It is a really nice weather.
Hmm.
Last time you told me, this is real just sensation. No need to analyze it. Um, like, you're the boss. We can also do that in a very friendly way, right? Basically, just
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you, Ivan. Very much enjoyed talking with you this morning.
Same. Really appreciate it.
Mhm. Yeah, so take it easy. Have easygoing thoughts and easy breath.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care, friend. Nice
Take
to see
care.
you.
Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye-bye.
one.
Yeah, you too.